Hello and welcome. I'm learning a new programming language called R. So, as a software engineer passionate about data science and statistical analysis, I created this student performance data analysis program to deepen my understanding of the R programming language and its capability in data manipulation and visualization. So, all what I did was first I installed R programming language in my operating system and also in my um, VS Code. I installed R extension and then I went ahead to learn more about R through reading documentation and also watching videos online on YouTube. So after then, I created this student performance analysis. So let's go ahead and check how our code works. So the first thing I did was to create a function that clears the workspace and then went ahead to load the student data from the CSV file as you can see over here. And then also I went ahead to demonstrate my five different R data type with example. So I demonstrated the data type. The first data type I demonstrated was the numeric. I went ahead to the integer. I went ahead to the character, logical, and factor. So after completing the learning phase, I went ahead to um, calculate and display the descriptive statistic for the data set. As you can see over here, I used the this function over here to calculate that. Then after doing that, I analyze pass and fail status for each student with a threshold of 75. So I created a function to do that, to analyze pass and fail status, and then I displayed all the students with their exam scores. After doing that, I went ahead to create and display a linear regression model. I created a function that built the regression model, which is over here. I also displayed the regression equation over here and print out the summary. Then I went ahead to extract and display the regression equation and the R-square value. Using this function, I was able to display the model equation. And then also, I went ahead to make prediction based on the regression model for various study errors. So you could see I created a function to make score prediction, and also at the end of the day, I printed as the prediction scores. So after that, I created the plot directory if it does not already exist. So after doing all that, so if it exists, it returns a null value. So the next thing I did was to create and save a scatter plot with regression line. So you could see I created a function that plot the scatter regression, and also I went ahead to create and save a box plot of exam scores. So you could see here there is a function to plot exam box plot, and also I also um, displayed on the screen save plot in exam plot with a picture of that. So also I created and saved an histogram of exam scores using this function upload exam histogram. So the next step was that I create and save a 2 by 2 multi-plane panel plot showing various relationships. So I created a function that plots the study relationship of student data. So I also went ahead to classify students into performance categories based on exam scores. So I created a function called classifier performance level. I went ahead to create and save a bar plot of performance level distribution using the plot performance distribution function over here. I created a result data frame with prediction and performance level, and then I saved it to a CSV file, which you could see over here. Here is the CSV file showing the analysis results. So after then, I displayed a comprehensive final summary report of the analysis. So you could see our code over here. And then this is our main function. So what our main function does was to load and display the data, demonstrate the data side, type, and calculate and display the summary statistic, analyze, parse, and fail status, build regression model, display the model equation and the R square, make prediction for a specific study errors, and also create output directory for plots, generate all visualization as you can see over here. Then let's run a code so you see how it works. So you see over here on the console, on the terminal, our code is working perfectly. And then we have the folder here called plots. So we could see pictures, we could see our visuals over here. We could also see our exam histogram. For our exam scores, we could see our performance, student performance distribution, our scatter regression, showing the final exam score versus the student R. We could also see the student relationship over here using this the student hours versus attendance, the student hours versus um, assignment score, etc. Thank you.